Okay, this is a bit of a nightmare. Okay, now it's working. Don't seem to be frozen now, so yeah, really disappointed that
Hello.
You there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
You there, mate?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah, no, it's still coming through. I'm going to wait for Greg to come back in. I'll let Greg host a show. I think I've got issues with the internet, the bandwidth with the internet on my end. Because everybody seems to be bouncing around. I can't really hear what you guys are saying. So, yeah. No, I've been having problems with the internet for about 3-4 days here now, and it's just gotten worse.
Like, can you see me? Am I moving around clearly and all that?
No, it's not your end, Richard. It's my end.
Oh,
yeah. I'm just going to want Greg to come back.
Yeah.
Let him do the chatting or whatnot because he's one of the moderators. You see.
Yep.
I'll turn you into moderator later on. With him being a moderator, he can still do the streaming, and I can watch on the other side and chat, if you know what I mean. Because I can't hear you on this. I can't hear what you guys are saying. But when you guys are on YouTube, I can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, actually, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Hang on a minute. Yeah, but there's delay between the streaming and yeah, we get a bit of a delay in the streaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I logged in and I closed YouTube down straight away just to go on the stream to close everything down. So
just type down what you said because you just broke up.
Oh, right. As soon as I got into the stream, the live chat or whatever it is, I've just shut down YouTube and everything straight away so it doesn't double up on the voices and all that. So, if you know what I mean.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my StreamYard's running real slow, but let me have a look and see how I come up on here. Yeah, I don't have anything running in the background. I don't have anything going in the background. No, everything's going real slow. Yeah, no, I'm having connections with the internet. Let's see how I come up on here.
Anyway, how you been anyway? Oh shit, he's gone. I don't think it's going to work.
So my parents are still involved, and it's largely my brother and myself who are running the day-to-day. Oh, really? That's fantastic. Yeah. I love that. 543 421 is the owner. So here's the pendant. This is the leather bucket bag. 189 is the pricing, but two payments of 94.50. So here we're stepping into has a little bit more detail to it, and of course these colours are very much the sort of colours that we're seeing across fashion right now. What is, as a business,
This is odd. I don't know whether it's the internet or me or my laptop or what the hell is going on. Now I can hear mine. But I kept dropping out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's working all right now. Not exactly.
Okay, but now what if I Okay, let me try something here for a minute. What if I go like that? Okay.
There's some 3D printed interiors you want to have a look. But anyway, yeah. I know you got other problems at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's definitely my end where the issue is. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's after another.
You go good for a little bit and then it just locks up. Yeah, I think it's your internet. Your connection's a bit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an internet issue here between the internet and the computer. Like it's all plugged in and that, but they have been working up around the corner here, digging up on the road. So I think they've nicked the cable again.
Yeah, that's what I reckon too.
Yeah, that's what I reckon's happened. They've hit the cable again.
Now you're fine. Well, okay, no, you're not. Jeez.
I tell you what, some of these people that are coming down from Sydney with these excavators and digging up these roads and footpaths and whatnot, I don't even think they've got a permit half the time. They don't know what they're digging up.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
You know, this is becoming too regular. They had a cable dug up last week, up by the high school here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it just getting really annoying. Yeah, but if anyway, can you hear me all right though?
I can hear you all right. For a couple of seconds you drop out. There's a little bit of a delay, but I can still understand what you're saying.
Well, I had a fun day, fun week on my layout. While people still can hear me, I might as well just have a bit of give them an update. I was been putting these block detectors in the layout, wired all up and whatnot, and of course, my number one block detector supposedly is supposed to start from the turntable. And
shit. Very shit. Might have to.
I'm back again.
Fucking hell! I got you twice.
You can seen double.
Well, one's trying to load, and then I got your picture.
All right, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to do nothing here. I mean, yeah, I'm not. That's it. I'm leaving it as it is. I can talk now. I can hear you all. This is odd.
You've only got you and me at the moment.
Now it's going to play up again. No, this is really odd. This. Yeah. Yeah, two of me. So anyway, I had to trace the wire because if you look at the with some of the people that got the Walthers new turntable, they got a 4-pin plug that goes underneath. 2 is for the power.
Yeah.
The other 2 goes to your track bus or to your track. So it was all neatly ordered. Cranked up whatnot. I thought, g'day Melbourne, we're going to give it a try. It's still playing up. My internet is playing up on this end, so I'll No, I don't see you at the moment, Greg. I'm getting down to internet issues down here at my end because it's been acting up. It's been acting up for about 3 days since Thursday. So I'm going to have to get in touch with Aussie later on and get them to get looked at. So anyway, I put those BD20s in underneath it.
What are they?
I put these BD20s underneath on the lip. You got to loop the wires around it, you know.
Oh, okay.
Went to plug this full plug back into the channel, back into the plug, and the block detector keeps on saying it's live. I've got power going through it. So I couldn't work out what I did wrong. So anyway, I took that block detector off, and I ended up putting in another spot. Plugged it all back in. The train was working on it, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of a train run, and anyway, the whole thing shorted out, didn't it?
Yeah.
It tripped me fuse.
Mm.
And I spent nearly a good 3-4 hours today trying to work out why on earth is this not working. Well, you know what I did wrong, don't you? These plugs have a certain way to going in, but somehow I turned it around and it's still just got enough connection. The power was going into the track, and the other one was down on the bus, so I gave up at the end. Sorry about that, Greg. I'm not going to stay on. I've got internet issues my end.
Yeah, I couldn't get back onto your channel, so I started my own stream and entertained the troops for a bit.
Yeah, see, I'm using up too much bandwidth right now, and the bandwidth is really slow up here. I think they've hit the cable up here. So I'm gonna drop you out now, Greg.
Yeah.
To save the bandwidth, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to hear anyone talk. Oh, it's up again.
Yep.
Okay, so
that's fine.
Yeah, I still got you on.
I have not. He's gone again.
One of them nights.
Oh dear. Well, we can just talk amongst ourselves, Richard, while Artie's disappeared. So it's just you and me. I started my own stream on my channel, but I went to I didn't have anybody's emails to send it, so the link I posted it. Roy joined me, and then Roy was juggling between channels, and here he comes again. So, do you want me to drop out? He can't hear me.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm back for now.
No, you're not. You're locked up with me.
For another 10 minutes.
No. What? He moved.
So yeah, as I was saying, I ended up putting the plugs around the long way, shorted out the thing, and today I found out, if I spin a plug around, put it in, it'll work. I was tearing my head around, and then
so it was just a plug. It was just a plug going in the wrong way.
Hey,
one of the plugs that only go in one way, and you got it into another socket, basically.
It's going to go crash on me again. Anyway, and I had some issue with the mini panel, NCE mini panel. It wasn't working. So here I'm going through the last 2-3 days. You've probably seen the footage that I was doing the other night. I was underneath going through all the wires, tracing my ground. Everything's connected up. Pull the plug apart, put the multimeter. Yeah, there's power going through it. Why isn't it working, Go back underneath, trace the back wire. Of course, one end of it wasn't connected to my my junction box for my ground, was it? So yeah, I ripped half.
You still there, Greg?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh. Yeah, he's having a shock at night.
Yeah, he is. Well, I had one. I was saying before, I had one, and we had this major power outage, and this weekend was just really bad with the dropouts, bizarre things happening between computers, and I went and bought a new router from JB because it was 4:30 in the afternoon. My wife was working from home, and they offer a $5 2-hour delivery time between 5 and 7 p.m.
God. Yeah,
So the only one that I was interested in was a really expensive one. I went, oh yeah, okay. So it was about $400 for the router, and I bought it at 4:30, and it rocked up at 6 o'clock.
Oh wow!
And one of JB's, so for those people who are from overseas, JB Hi-Fi is a sort of a, it used to be CDs, TVs, that sort of thing, and now it also has electrical, and they're all over the place. So it's sort of a big electrical store. And the staff deliver it. So after work. So once they finish at 5, they hop in their cars and deliver. And you can actually even track them a bit like Domino's Pizzas and
I've seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they had a tracking on it, so you can watch the guy making his deliveries. So I put that in and got that configured. And then realised that we had a switch for the TV and a few other things. So I then bought one of those, and I've replaced that as well. I put a Cisco switch in because that was playing up too. So, and that was all because it was hit by this UPS that blew up. So it's been an expensive week, but since then I've had much more reliable internet. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you look really clear as a bell, and it's all good, mine.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, it's a gaming router that I bought, so it has a priority channel that gives you priority over everything else and bandwidth. And I went, yes, that's what I want. I want priority if I do live streaming. So, what's this? I think I went to Diamond Creek, Easter model train show. Did you, Mouse? While I was there, I actually videoed Diamond Creek, and it's actually on my channel.
Diamond Creek, is that that's an Australian layer?
Yeah, that's Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
In the Eltham Diamond Creek area.
Oh, yeah.
So the chat is low priority as he deals with that. Yeah, well, mine actually, anything else, so the gaming channel, which is what I wanted, gives you priority on whatever's on that particular channel. So it's high priority. So whether it be a voice, video, or games, or all of the above, it allows you to stream, and you actually set your priorities for that particular channel. And that's what I'm using. And it seems to be working well. That and my new camera, although my new camera's not doing that well, but anyway.
Well, yeah. A mate of mine's just bought a 3D printer, and he's given me all these little interior parts and stuff.
Oh, well, I've actually got one, but I'm still learning. Actually, Roy, thank you for your help. I don't know whether you can see this or not. I actually managed to. No, hang on. I'll change cameras. Where are we? Let me find the camera. Where's the camera gone? I've lost the camera. Okay. No, I've lost the camera. Okay. I don't know whether you can see that.
I can.
I've got it better, but I've still got a little bit of non-consistent printing. The roof was really bad. So I did what Roy suggested, and I changed the speed. I lowered the size of the PLA, and I made some other. So it's way better. But what I did print, that doesn't look too bad. Now, I know that's small and tiny, but you know what that is? That is a holder to have a what do you call them? You put the wheels on and you can run your train just on a track by itself. There's a name for it. Sorry, my chronic fatigue is bad.
Oh, rolling. Yeah.
And you can actually. Camera's gone to sleep. Come on, he's gone to sleep. I don't know why. So you can actually. So
rolling road, they call them.
Road, yeah. So I've actually printed. Camera. Oh, he's playing funny buggers with me tonight. So you can actually make them yourself without having to spend huge dollars on them. Rolling road, thank you, Roy. And they've printed not too badly. I was quite amazed. I haven't cleaned this one up, but they seem to have printed a lot better. So I'm still working on it, but my prints are getting better, thanks, Roy. I can see it. Good. I'm glad you can see it. So thank you. I appreciate your help. I think I need to adjust a little bit more, but it's getting there. So thank you, Roy. That was fantastic.
You're talking to someone else.
Yeah, Roy's in the chat.
No, it's only you and me.
No, in the chat. Not on screen, in the chat.
Oh, right, okay. Hang on a second.
So, and Artie's there too. They look like my old Lego trains I made when I couldn't take out my train set. Yeah, no. That's my little house. It actually didn't come up too badly, really. I suppose what I should do is let me move that one out and move that one in, and you should be able to, when I get it right on the camera. So it's not too bad. See what my camera does? You can't trust Amazon, can you?
It's moving on its own, mate.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to follow you around. I bought it so as I could follow the train. But anyway, so it's way, way better than I've ever seen. And I've started doing that. So I'm going to, because if you buy one of those rolling roads, there's something like about $200. And so, come on.
Also, a set of three, like you get three little like bearing things for $89.
Yep.
And you see your logo on it, and it, you can run it with it.
You actually have to have these sit on the rail, so you put in the two holes there, you put a rail.
Oh yeah.
And you sit them inside the rail, so they actually run. It's actually normally you can run different sizes on it. So this is sort of the holding mounts, so you can have a rail and you can run several at a time, and you can actually power the rail on some of them.
Yeah, right.
No, right. No, I've got this new camera, Creepy. Hang on, let me see if I can show you my new camera.
So I guess everyone can see me in this chat as well.
Yes, they can. Right, see my new camera. Let me move this. Here's my new camera. Now, I bought it from Amazon for $45. It supposedly follows your face. It also has, where are we? When I hold it down, there we go. It has a built-in light. What? And will just rotate and follow you. So I thought, maybe it'll follow a train. Anyway, I'm playing with it. So that's my new $45 Amazon camera. which is pretty cheap considering Amazon is so expensive. They've actually they're getting so much better here than they were when they first came out. So Creepy Richard is from down here too. Yes, I realise that. Oh no, Creepy. Oh, he's talking to Creepy. Don't put it in the bedroom. Yeah, right. No, that's the big camera.
Yeah, no, don't put it in the bedroom.
I've got behind me. I've got a pro camera, right? So I've got a professional video camera that I also have. So no, that's better quality. But so yeah, this stinks tonight. I had my new camera going too, all nicely set up, and everything messes up. Of course it does, Artie. It's the way it happens. It's just one of those things. So yeah, so that's my new camera, and hopefully it's going to work. Don't know, but I suppose you can't expect much for 45 bucks. And it was free delivery. Wow, that's not bad. And it was delivered the next day after I bought it. So better than Australia Post. They're
So I just worked out the chat. Yeah, hi everybody. Oh, jeez, I'm having a shocker.
Yeah. For the money shit, huh? What? You're speaking from experience. Keep going for the money.
Actually, speaking of this might come to, or Artie might, like, seen a lot of these Decision V sets on eBay going for like $3,500 for a 4-car set, and I'm just like, bloody hell, really?
You want to look on Marketplace on Facebook. You want to see the prices on there. I saw a train set that, so a whole set, an engine and carriages and the whole lot, right? And if they wanted something like about $550, now if you went to your local train shop, you could buy it for $300. So I don't get it. I had 30 bucks. Yeah, but see, my Amazon, Artie, my Amazon was Australia, not America. Not paying that much for a set. No, well, neither would I. And I find places rip-offs.
Yeah, I agree with you, Artie. I mean, I got 2 carriages and a power car, and that cost me near on $700. Never again, It's just like, I wanted it really bad, and I was bidding, and I kept getting outbidded, and I'm like, Then it got up to $750, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm not going any higher than that. If I haven't won it, I'm stuffed. And anyway, I got it, and I'm like, yeah.
Wow. Well, my new Loco, all right, I bought that from Rails of Sheffield in England, all right. It cost me £89, which worked out at about 120, 130, 140, about 140 bucks, and $12 to ship it here, right? If you buy them here in Australia, they're 289 bucks or 250 bucks, depending where you go.
Yeah.
But you get them from other places, and you pay anything up to $60 to get them shipped from England.
Yeah, right.
Just crazy. Everything's crazy at the moment. It's shrunk for it. Yeah, well, of course, it's in scale. It's the only way to go. And I've
also
got a DCC lock controller in it.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So it was left out in the rain. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm still pretty new to DCC myself. I'm only into kit bashing and that sort of stuff. But yeah,
Right.
But yeah, what? Even like a car like that in Decision, I've seen one car like that. This is a Lima one being modified, obviously. Yeah. But one car in Decision, $180 to $200 per car.
Okay. I'll show you one mine. this came in the same shipment, right?
Yeah.
If I can hold it properly.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep, you can see it.
Yeah.
$78 here in Australia
Per car.
per car, plus shipping, right?
Yeah, that's
Buy it
bloody.
from England, cost me $40 including shipping.
Yeah.
And it took about the same time from England as it does from Australia at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like for me, it's cheaper to buy old Lima cars and just fix them up and do it my way.
Yep. Well, I'm
As
modeling English stuff, okay, because that's what I had when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And look, whether you like it or not, that's what I've decided. And stupid, well, I say this about myself. I'm not saying about anybody else, but stupidly, I decided that. Now, my family come from the Midlands, so I've been on that train so many times, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought I would get one of those. Even if I don't care about anything else, I wanted one East Midlands train. So I've now got 3 carriages, but I've only got 2 with lights in it because I can't buy the lights. Nobody's got the lights at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
But the lighting kits are really cool in those because they drop in the top. They're actually pre-wired, right? So all you have to do is you get the light, you drop it in, lock it. There's a little connection, and it fits in. Now it will run either DC or DCC. Doesn't matter. It does both.
You just plug it in and play, basically.
Plug it in, and it'll work on whatever system, which is really cool. And they light up really well. So I really love those. They're Dapols.
Dapols, yeah, I've heard Dapols are a pretty good brand.
Yeah, well, for the lighting, they're fantastic. They really are good. And then what I did was in my end one, I drilled a couple of holes and I put a couple of red LEDs into it. So that's the last carriage. And that works really well. So, yeah, I don't mind modifying things if I feel comfortable enough with it. But
that's all I do. I'm like a Frankenstein.
Yeah, well, everybody has their own thing. You know, mine's more the electronic side. So, I run, rather than ARDI, I run Arduino. That's what controls my DCC. And I run DCC plus EX. And that's brilliant. It's stunning.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what you're talking about there.
So ARDI's got, I think it's an NCE or one of those.
Yeah, my brother's got an NCE.
You pay a few $100 for it, right? I can run the same thing on my mobile phone. So my mobile phone is my remote control, right?
Yeah.
$50.
No, right.
Right? And if I spend another $50, I can make all my switches switch as well. And I can control sound. I don't have any sound, but you can control sound. You can control a lot of functions with JMRI. So, hang on, Metro Hobbies in Melbourne, have 20% off at the moment on their eBay store. Yeah, I just bought something from them. I got 20% off. I know what I bought. I bought 2 switches and hang on, I'll try and see if I can find it. I bought a kit. So it's a bypass. No, don't know where I've put it. I cleaned up. It's a bypass, so it runs around the station. So to buy the 2 switches cost the same amount as the V1 Kato kit. And I not only got the 2 switches, I got the 2 actuators. So you can run them off DCC, but they have little switches as well separately. And I got 7, 8, 10 pieces of track as well for the same price as just the 2 switches from Metro Hobbies. So, yeah, ARDI runs NCE, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, CX Mad. Yeah. Sorry, we can't see my ugly face tonight. Yeah, Artie's having internet problems tonight. So, Richard and I are running tonight.
Yeah. I'm about to go to bed shortly myself, actually. But, yeah, just wanted to show a few cars. But, yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
I commented last week on your cars, and they're stunning. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
See, that's where the difference between you and me. I do the DCC electronic stuff, and you do the painting, which is fantastic.
I have a lot of help from Jack Daniels.
Well, I'm being serious. Your paint jobs were fantastic. I really admire your work, to be honest. I'm crap at that. That's not my forte.
Oh, you should see the ones I've stuffed up. They're the ones I won't show you.
Yeah. Well, we all do that.
Yeah.
We all do that. Look, you know, I do.
I've got a scrapyard, basically.
I do woodwork, not very well, so I never put that on YouTube because it's so crap, and I often have to do it 6 times to get it right. But I'm not afraid to pull it apart and do it again because you want it right. And yeah,
yeah, I've done that.
Sometimes I go through. I just can I do this? I've just realised I haven't wired it, but I'm still in the middle of doing this. Where are we? Can you see those houses in a second when I swipe across? What?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
we had a discussion, and I can't. Oh, what have I done with them? They're Hornby houses,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
right? And I've put lights in them, and I've got a couple of street lights. I've done that 5 times to get it right to fit in, because that just wouldn't fit in properly. Because I have a road, and I can reach it. So I have a road there.
Yeah.
Right? That's for my moving bus. So I have
you got a moving bus. Okay, yeah, right.
I have like a fella system, except it's Tommy Tech.
Is that like maintenance on the road or like a
Yes,
track?
if you look, hang on, let me show you. If you can see the metal strip.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
what happens is, and I've got a car here that I was just doing some stuff on. So if you see that, the front wheel.
See it now, yeah.
Right, so
the wheels turn and everything.
it does actually run. I think it's got flat batteries at the moment. That's why it was apart. But it's it has a chassis on it, and they work really well. So my layout is designed on that moving bus system. So I tried to get it right, and I was a fraction out. And so I put it apart again, and when I'm in a fraction, I was literally half a mil out.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't quite fit, so I had to pull it apart for the 3rd time. But I want it right, so, and it doesn't look too bad. I think it looks all right. So.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. If you're happy with it, that's good.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's what we're all happy about. You know, what I think is good and what you think is good are 2 different things.
Oh, that's right.
You know, and the one thing that I found on the channel is that everybody is acceptable of everybody else, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And
Lehigh River Subdivision, Richard and Greg are hosting for me. Oh, it's Artie. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just reading that, yeah.
Oh, Lehigh River. Hi, Lehigh. And Roy's back. Cool. Now, I was going to find something before I put my camera back, and I cannot find it anywhere. Where are they? Oh, I know where they are. I think I know where they are.
Well,
I was just going to prove something, that was all. And I can't find any. Oh, bugger.
Oh.
Because somebody in the chat didn't believe me about the Hornby end scale. And well, here we go. Found them. I cleaned up. So here we go. Let me go back to my camera. Right. If I put it right there,
Yeah.
what does that say? Hornby.
Low relief.
Yep.
What are they, lights or?
No, that's what you're building you've just seen.
Oh, right. Yeah, they look all right. Yeah.
They're ceramic buildings. And they have a hole in the bottom of them. And you, hang on, I could show you, I think, without wrecking it, I hope. Let me go back to my camera.
Oh, sorry. Excuse my yawning. Oh, sorry.
All right.
No, I'm going to be out of bed. So, yeah.
If you look here,
Oh, actually, wow. They must be pretty fragile, this ceramic.
no, they're not. They're quite thick, but they've got a hole in them. And I put the lights up the bum because there's this big hole there, and they're about 2 mil thick.
Yeah, righto.
They're the same as the other. They're the same as the HO Hornby, which you can get, but they haven't been made, so they're not new. Actually, they are all new, but they haven't been made since about 2006 or something.
Mm.
And people go, Hornby? Yeah, Hornby, end scale. So I thought I'd show me Hornby end scale. And they're the same as the HO scale. So we've got a video coming out with those because that was one of my latest mail calls. I was saying before I did a mail call with my engine and my East Midlands, and I put it all together, put it up on YouTube. And when I was on YouTube, as I was finishing it off, I went, I've got 2 other mail calls that I was going to put all in, and they're still sitting on my hard drive. Oh, that was really smart. So I went, So I've got another one coming up that I'll put those on as a mail call. And also I've got a 3D scanner that I bought. So I was going to do that as well.
Mm.
So I'm still trying to work the 3D scanner. I don't know. I'm finding that even more difficult than 3D printing. So, but I will get there.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it is. It's a learning curve, like everything.
Oh, it is, yeah.
They are too expensive. What are too expensive?
Oh.
All aboard. Oh, yeah, all aboard in Nowra. Yeah, they are very expensive. Look, a lot of them are very expensive. That's the problem.
Hey, if Artie's listening in, I think Silvermaz is doing a rerun of the rub hubcar kits for about $60 each. If you, yeah, I think they're going to sell that pretty good. I think so. If you're interested,
Canada is a tad too far. Right, I don't know this. I've obviously missed something in the chat. My little monitor's not working tonight.
oh, what's that? Canada's a little bit too far.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
Don't know what he's saying about Canada, but anyway, I've obviously missed something.
Hmm.
Don't know who.
Speaking of Canada, if I was going to model any American trains, it'd probably be Canadian. I like the Vera Rail colour scheme in that. I reckon that looks pretty good.
Yeah, some of them are really nice, aren't they? Yeah.
I just like the look of their bud cars and their passenger cars. The Vera Rail, I like the colour scheme. It looks really good.
Yeah, some of them are really nice. So yeah, I mean, as I said, everything's a different choice, but some of those Canadian ones are really nice. I do like them. I don't know whether I've got any, but I've got a few hoppers and things like that, and kangaroos as well. But Yeah, I've got a couple of hoppers from. No, they're American hoppers, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a couple of American. Hoppers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a
Sorry.
there's an Aussie gondola car that I fixed up tonight.
Oh wow.
I resprayed that. Yeah. I just put a bit of weight in it, but yeah.
Yeah, you need to, don't you? Yeah.
That was a rush. I just wanted to get it done.
I use the Rick Bailey method. I use little balls. Sorry, that's an in joke. I use there's you buy a bottle and it's got tiny little lead balls in it, and what I do is put a bit of glue on the bottom and you just fill it up and glue in the little. It's like mini shot, right? And they're quite heavy, and you can just weigh them down that way.
Oh yeah. Ah.
Because I went to buy some M-scale type weights, and you can't buy them. So using the shot means you can actually just dish it out as much as you need and glue it in, and away you go. Because some of those cars are so wide, they really are. They'll fall over with just another train going by without anything else. They're so wide. So I don't think I've got a photo of one. I haven't got one here. No, I haven't got one. But yeah, I prefer them because I find sometimes that particularly not only in the N scale but in the HO ones, the weights come loose often after a while.
Oh yeah.
I get NS power units. Okay, I'm missing something there again.
Oh, talk about American stuff. Yeah. Oh look, guys. I don't, if you can hear me, yeah. I got a vague interest in American stuff, but yeah, I mean, yeah. What can I say? Each to their own.
Yeah, that's right.
I like the Canadian stuff, and someone's like,
we all do our own stuff, so that's fine. I do a bit of American. I've got a bit of American. I don't have any Australian at the moment, but who knows?
I used to have a lot of American stuff years ago, and I thought, nah, I want to try and concentrate on Australian stuff more.
Yes. Well, now it's more available. That's the thing. Like for a long time, it wasn't available, and it's still hugely expensive. Some of the prices are outrageous, but it's getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah, it is.
It's always about the experience we had when we were kids, As I said, because the funny part about it was my first train set was when I was 8 or 9, and it was a Triang Hornby, right? But the diesel was an Australian, and the carriages were Australian. But everything else that you bought for the kit, everything else you bought from Hornby was always English. It was sort of a bit of tongue-in-cheek, so to speak.
Yeah, my dad was like that. My dad used to he'd like Australian stuff, but you could only get American stuff at the time. So he'd buy something that looks like a 40 class or buy something that looks like a BHP Loco and end up, he had a whole heap of really, really old FM blue box stuff.
Yes, yep.
Well, you can't kill that stuff. That stuff just goes forever.
Yeah. Well, I've got another video that I haven't finished, but I have this old clunker, and I mean a clunker. It's as noisy as anything, but this one is a 1970s Bachmann.
Yeah, right.
My mate. So my story is I had HO, and that's what I started with. But because of health issues, I downsized. But somewhere along the track, one of my mates gave me his dad's old model train, and it was sitting in a box, and it was sitting in his garage for about 10 years, then sitting in my garage for about 5. And when I had a heart attack, I wanted something to do, and I came out here and I went, no, I'm not allowed to lift boxes. What am I going to do? and I stumbled, because we'd only moved in not that long before. I stumbled across the box and I went, oh, the trains. So I spent 3 days, and I've got some buildings on here, cleaning it, because it was so caked on with dust and dirt. And so that's my very first N scale train, and it's so noisy, but it's got the metal gears in it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them, yeah.
Yeah, and it just goes. It still runs. And so that's my test bed, because I haven't been able to break it. Sounds funny, doesn't it? I can't break it, but it just keeps going. So,
I've got a whole heap of them old Lima 44s.
Oh yeah, I've got
And they always ran like crap. And what I did was I had a whole heap of old CD-ROMs out of computers.
Yeah.
And I took the tray motors out, and I ordered some gears from China, and I remoted my whole fleet with them.
Yeah. Well, you know what you do with the other thing that you can do with CD-ROMs, right? You take out the whole mechanism. You can use the motor and the sliders, and you can actually animate. You can animate either people, or you can animate, like I've seen one guy, he had like a cat front end loader, and he actually animates his front end loader using a CD-ROM drive.
Yeah, right.
So what he does is sorry?
Is that using the stepper motor or just the tray motor?
Just the tray motor, I think.
Yeah. The tray motors, they're good motors.
Smooth. You can use stepper motors for sure, but the tray motors seem to be very smooth in the running, and because you have the long gear in the CD-ROM, it makes it so much smoother running up and down. But yeah, there's some cool things you can do with those old CD-ROMs, and my lights and everything other than my Arduino and my DC controller are all run on a computer power supply.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll do that too. Yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah, the power supply's good. Yeah, never throw your old computer out. It's a haven of parts you can use.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot you can use in there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I've seen some stuff, and that's the next thing I want to do is put a little bit of animation into it. That's why I've got some other animation into as well.
Yeah.
So because I always think it is about the trains, but it's also about making it interesting for everybody to watch.
Well, that's it too. Yeah. It
might be about the trains, but it's also about what else, because you can come along and go, oh yeah, that's a train. Okay, it's running around circles. In the olden days, in the old times. Now we have scenery, so there's something a little bit more to look at, and then you embellish it, or whatever you want to say, is that you add bits to it, and it makes it more interesting. And I've seen Where's Wally? You got to find Wally on the way out, or there's all these sorts of things that one place now. Where was it? I think it was one of the shows. I think it was Sandown here in Melbourne, which is a race course. They had a whole list of things you had to find on the track or on the layout to keep the kids interested in it, which is pretty cool actually, I reckon, because that's what you want. You want to keep people involved in it. It's not just about running trains.
Yeah.
Well, that's my opinion.
There's a Facebook page I joined. I don't know. It's called Facebook HO Adults Only. Get adults only figurines and that sort of stuff.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. You can get.
Well, funny you should say that. I haven't got it lit up yet, but in one of my buildings, right, it's got the flashing lights in it, right? So it's got a disco. But in one corner, it has, because it's midsummer, right? So if you've never watched Midsummer, you won't understand. But if you've watched Midsummer, you will understand. So in the corner is a couple on a bed, on a desk.
Ah, right, yep.
And I light that up with red. That's the adults only version because there's always a couple having it off together. So I've got that on the way out because I can't make it Midsummer without that. And I've got the murder, and I've got the cop cars, and I've in my police station it says Midsummer Police, and so yeah, I've got a few of those bits and pieces, and more to come as I get time to do more. But yeah, you've got to have all those naughty things. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
It's all about what you want. That's really what it is.
Oh, that's it.
Yep. Not my. Yes, I know. I've got some. My figures are the Knox. They're N-scale Knox, and you can
Oh,
get.
I know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, you can get the desk, you can get the bed, you can get a couch, and some of the Knock ones in HO they actually move as well. No, Knock. Yeah, I think it is. They actually move.
Yeah.
Some cute ones out there. So yeah. Oh, I was just going to show you. Here we go. I've got one ready to go out on the way out. I know it's tiny.
Hang on.
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a Jag,
Yeah, right, huh?
and I've got a blue flashing light in it. That's what the wires are hanging out for. So it's got to go on the layout. But yeah, so what happens is I've got this one. Unlike the other ones, this one I've got so that these blue lights actually flash a little bit as well, and they're just Oxford cars.
Yeah, right.
I've been waiting for that one there's a long story about that, but I've been waiting for almost 2 years for that. I've had on order. And then I couldn't get one, and then all of a sudden I've got 3. So, Knock makes them. Fella is getting on board too. Yeah, there's a few getting on board as well. Might have to buy Nordic since it has the new camera. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Well, you will see it one day on my way out. It's actually in there. It's just not. It's in there, and the lights are in there, but it's just not switched on at the moment.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
will switch it on. They are sitting in there. I've got to have them. It's part of Midsummer. And so the other thing I found the other day, while I was looking for the house, runs on like it's a really expensive. It has a motor and has like a chain and goes round in a circle. And I saw a print job for the actual base and the track, so you can actually make your own. And I went, ooh, that'd be nice.
I think I've seen a guy build that.
If you look on, what's his name? Not Everton Junction. What's his name? Graham. No, Lakeside.
Yeah.
I know that's English, but Lakeside, he actually put in a Magna Rail. And they're an Australian design. I think they're Australian. Design, but they're very expensive. Like you get, I don't know, 6 inches of track and a motor for about $250.
Yeah, right.
And then all your add-on bits that it costs a lot of money to add them all on. But he has the reason why I say Lakeside is because he actually has set up his wife and himself on a little push bike, and he runs it around the track. And he actually has a model of his house and his plot of land. And so he comes out of his garage, he and his wife, and they ride their bikes around the track.
Yeah, right.
It's really quite good. He's quite a good modeler. He really his attention to detail is magic. It's really good. Bloody internet, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, internet. Everyone's got internet issues tonight, eh? It seems you and me got the best internet going.
Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't on Monday after having spent $400 on a router and another $100 on a switch. Yeah, want to be good tonight. Should be
Mm.
bad. There's been a lot of digging around. What are they fossicking for gold, Artie? Or is it coal? Oh, that's right, he's got coal under his house. They're after the coal to power the generators. Is that what it is?
Actually, yeah. Yeah. So I'm a bit of it's like I said, I'm a bit of a modeler too, but I'm actually involved in a railway museum.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Illawarra Light Railway. It's a 2-foot gauge railway, and I've been doing that for been nearly 30 years. I've been doing that.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But yeah, I learned to drive a steam train there. I got my boiler ticket. I can drive steam trains.
Wow.
And I can do all that. And yeah, I've mainly been involved in doing the track work, but I'm sort of getting a bit old for it now. So
Right. Well, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, I've been on a few. There was a guy. We had one of our family members now passed on. We had a birthday party, and this guy in South Gippsland had this train, like what you're saying about a 2-foot one, running around his property. And he used to hire it out for parties and things like that. And it must have been, I don't know, it would have been at least a kilometre worth of track, maybe even more around his house. It was on I think it was a 4-acre, his house block was 4 acres. So it was the farm, but there was sheds and everything that he had all his tools and stuff in. But he had this little 2-foot train running around. It was pretty cool.
yeah, that's yeah.
Now, which one is it? Mel's, I think. I think it's Mel's. Mel's. Hang on, I've got to remember. One of them volunteers on the Puffing Billy,
Oh yeah.
which has been around for a long time here in Melbourne. I've been on it lots of times. It's fantastic little railway. Quite picturesque and quite stunning. The trip from Belgrave to Emerald, and at Emerald there's a big lake, and there's there used to be a big model layout as well at the end of the line.
I've been there many years ago when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well,
I went on as a kid, but we also, when my daughter was going through school, we used to have exchange students, and it was a good way of taking them somewhere where it was something different. They could actually see the different countryside. And yes, I am right. Yeah, I work on the Puffing Billy. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. One of these days I should put some video up I've got of it. Because I've had, as I said, we've had quite a few students. That's one of the places we always take them is on Puffing Billy, because you used to be able to hang your legs out, and you can again. They stopped it for a while, but you hang your legs out of the carriage, right? And you go along and through bush and
you still allowed to do that these days?
Now just started again. They banned it for a while, but you're allowed to do it again. So, which is fantastic. Sad story behind the layout. Oh, and the guy's sister. Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
It used to be this huge layout just opposite the station in Emerald.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, we had a bit of a track upgrade. We ended up, I got invited to go to Queensland and go to one of the sugar mills up there, and they were getting rid of all their concrete sleepers, 2-foot gauge.
Oh, wow. Yep.
And they're upgrading, and we've got the old concrete sleepers for our railway, so we ended up going up there, picking out what we wanted, sets of points, everything.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's pretty hard work. I had a lot of beers afterwards, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I always remember getting stuck on the road between Mackay and the up Fairley Beach way. And I remember I was supposed to do a morning run to deliver a laptop and check out what he had on his property, because he was a tree farmer, and come back, and it turned out to be about an 8-hour trip, because I got stuck on 2 sugarcane trains, and you stand there for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Everybody gets out of the car, has a bit of a chat while you wait for the sugarcane train to go past.
Yeah. They're not short trains, are they?
No, they're not, and they don't go very fast either. Yep. So it was about an hour and a half one, and the other one was almost 2 hours. So we're standing in the middle of the road just having a chat, That was interesting. Or the other funny one I had was, I was in the car and I was in Western Australia, and I had nothing to do because I'd done my work, and my work for the day was to go by one of the beach suburbs and pick up or dismantle a home office. So I did all that. I had morning tea with the lady who I knew well, and because she was retiring. So I thought, I'll just go up the road along the beach. So I'm driving along, and all of a sudden, all the cars are stopped in the middle of the road. And I'm going, what? And then there's people standing on the side of the road. So we're talking about, major 2-lane highway, just cars are stopped right in the middle. And there's all these people standing there, and they're pointing, and I went, huh? And it was a whale going past. And everybody just stopped to watch the whale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. And then when it disappeared, everybody got in their cars and took off.
Mm.
It's the sights we...
Bloody. I remember going up there. We caught a plane to Townsville, and we left here at 5 o'clock in the morning or something. It was bloody like 40 degrees or something. It was bloody cold morning.
Yeah.
And get to Sydney, get on the plane. I had my jacket and everything on. As soon as I got off at Townsville, as soon as I got off the plane at Townsville, it was bloody hot. I had to rip everything off. And, oh my God.
Yes,
Just the humidity.
I know the deal. I've done a lot of those sorts of trips where I've had to be at the airport at 4 a.m. and on the first flight out at 5. I've been to Cloncurry a couple of times, so you have to be in Brisbane before 9 to catch the 9:30 flight out into Mount Isa. And then that trip's about a 2.5-hour flight. And it's only one flight in and one flight out each day. And you leave here in the morning, 4 a.m., it's freezing cold, and you get up there and it's like, whoa. You melt. Whoa. It's so hot up there.
So then we drove up to the Ingham sugar mill. That's where we went to Ingham.
Yeah.
And we did the induction at the sugar mill so we could walk around the yard. And as soon as we get there, there's a bloke there with a front-end loader, picks up a Loco and bangs and said, "Do you want this Loco?" Yeah, we'll take it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Good night, Creepy. If you have to go. Okay. We'll catch you later, Creepy.
Yeah, I better go too, mate. It's getting a bit late for me. I've got to go and go to work tomorrow. So
that's all right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hope you have a sorted out next week. Yeah. Cool. Well, if you're fine to go, that's fine. I'll hold the fort for a bit longer.
Yeah.
I don't mind. We're only a short night. Last week we were 4 hours.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's like, wow.
I can't believe it. We just kept going and going, and yeah. But I don't think we'll go 4 hours tonight. But
nah. Yeah, nah. It's getting a bit late for me. Unfortunately, I've got to go to work tomorrow. So.
No, that's cool. I understand.
Yeah. Sorry, have I met everyone here? Have I met Creepy or Mel, or I don't think I met any of these people.
Creepy lives near you.
Oh, okay.
Creepy lives up the hill.
Up the hill?
Yeah, not far from Artie.
Oh, righto.
So wherever Artie is, because I haven't been there, but from where Artie is, if you go up the hill in the mountain there, that's where Creepy lives.
Ah, Mossvale. Okay.
There you go, Mossvale.
Oh, righto. Yeah, well, I'm at Dapto. Artie's at Berkeley, which is about 10 k's up the road.
Yep.
Probably a bit less. Probably about 5 k's.
Yep.
Yeah, righto.
There you go. He's really close. And I know Mel's, he lives not far from me as the crow flies. So he only lives for maybe 20-minute drive from me, which is not bad. So it's nice to know that we've got locals as well as Roy, who's in San Diego, if he's still with us. And we've got, if Dave's still with us, so I forget where Dave is.
Yeah.
Dave's over in America somewhere, so we have a couple of Americans as well, so which is always great.
Yeah, good fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I better go, guys. Sorry about this.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Thanks for joining us. And Artie will thank you for joining him, even though he wasn't on much, but I'll thank you too for the conversation. Thank you.
Yeah. Right.
All right. See you, Richard.
See you, mate.
Bye. Well, here I am again by myself and looking to the camera. My little monitor has decided not to work tonight once we got into the stream. So hence I'm looking up at my monitor all the time. My camera's supposed to be following me, but it's not. Anyway, can't have everything. So creepy. What? The layout temporarily closed because of work at Lakeside of the Discovery Centre. Oh, okay, Mels. So is it closed at the moment? Or is it still open? Because I haven't been there for a couple of years. Well, hey, we've been in lockdown, so it's been a while since I've been there, but where are we? I'm trying to catch up. I can't say it, but that's where I'm assuming that's where Dave is. So it's nice to have a few internationals, and it must be early in the morning. I know for Roy it's some unearthly hour, but then he doesn't sleep, so that's cool. Yeah, it's closed because of lockdown, like everything else. I've actually got a work permit, which is now open. So Daisy and I can't say it. Sorry, Artie, chronic fatigue's bad. But yeah, that's where Dave is. Yeah. I've got a work permit, so I'm allowed to go wherever it's required. Because I do some live streaming, and sometimes I've got to get equipment, etc. And the last Friday I did a funeral. That was interesting because there was only a few people there, but there was more people putting it together than there was people allowed to come, which was quite fascinating. Well, we're all locked down, so we're only allowed 10 Ks if you don't have a work permit. If you've got a work permit, you can go a bit further, and hopefully that'll change soon. My daughter lives in Drouin, and she travels down here to Officer because as a school teacher, she's classed as one of those workers who can do that. But yes, I've got I do 2 or 3 cameras and a computer through a Vision Mixer, and then a 24 channel. I know I've said this before, and I just haven't put it together because I lost the audio. But I've got a video or a quick video on what I put together or was putting together at the time. So we have a 25-inch monitor. Two 22-inch monitors that we use for one for the computer and one for the live streaming to go out on StreamYard or YouTube or Facebook. We have an 85-inch TV for monitoring either StreamYard or for whatever's happening in the church, and then we have a 12-inch monitor on the lectern with a microphone. We have 2 microphones with a moving camera on top of it, and then we have another monitor so everybody can see them. And I mix between all the devices as well as produce. Sometimes it can be pretty hard, but anyway, I will get to that one. We are opening up more on the 12th. Yeah, we're not opening up until, I don't know. There was a big map today, and some of it's a little confusing. I think once we reach 80%, we can go 15 kilometres. At the moment, it's 10 kilometres. A day before I'm double jabbed. Well, I'm already double jabbed, but great, Mels. It's good to hear. It is so worthwhile because those people who are not jabbed are not going to be able to do anything because the rules are changing for double jab people. I got my second 7th of July. Yeah, I had mine about July too, actually. I'm double jabbed on the 13th of October. Right, okay. That's great. I think that's the only way to go. We had a situation this morning where one of the guys is supposed to help with the live streaming. He couldn't do it. After the funeral on Friday, he went into a Woolworths supermarket at Hampton Park, Hardy, and he got a text on late Friday night to say it was a level 2 area, and he had to go and have a test. And so he had to go and have his test, and he didn't get approved till it was too late. So we had to do all sorts of different things this morning. But yeah, that was a close call, but he's clear, so that's good. Waiting to find out what they will do with the vaccine passports. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do yet. It'll be good. And there is talk I heard on the news tonight, Artie, that overseas travel may be coming in sooner than we think. So yeah, definitely you need a passport for that, because I know you're busting to go to America. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, well, why? Yeah. It's Hampton Park, isn't it? Anyway. All right, well, I guess I should wind this up and we'll leave it until next week when hopefully Artie's got his stuff together and it works. No, sorry, Artie, when the internet works. As I said, I've been through a bizarre week with internet problems, so it happens. One of the other things I should have thought about, and I've just thought about, next time that happens, you have an issue. When you shut down your computer, or even your laptop, so I'll deal with your computer first. When you shut down your computer, pull the power plug out of the back of the computer for 30 seconds. Or if it's a laptop, take the power out and take the battery out for 30 seconds. Because what happens is, if there is a problem with the computer or the laptop and it gets what we call a memory lock, the only way you can clear that is by having at least 30 seconds to a minute of no power at all. If it's still got power in, it can actually lock up. So, and I only just thought about that, and I'm sorry, I should have thought about it earlier, but I need to renew your passport. All right, well, mine is still current. I don't think I've got that much longer on mine. My Australian passport is not that much longer. My English passport, I think I've still got about 3 years left on my. Sorry, I shouldn't say my English one because it's not. It's an AU. It's an EU passport. It's a red one. So, all right. Well, I probably should wind up the stream, and Artie can go back and try and fix his. See if he can fix his internet problems. And I'm sure Mel is still here. I'm not sure who else is with us. I certainly want to thank you, whoever's still with us for joining us. Given that we had a lot of hiccups, and if anybody saw Anthony Dodge the other day, nobody could have as bad a hiccup as his. He was in the middle of the stream, lost his stream, and he goes outside, and there's a Sparky disconnected the power to his house. And he's going, and Anthony went, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm disconnecting the power." He said, "Not to my place, you're not. It's the place next door." And he went, oh, sorry. So he had to reconnect the power up, and then Anthony came back on. So it happens. Making a phone call to my provider in the morning. Yeah, of course. Definitely. My Aussie passport expired. Oh, it's already expired. Right. The desktop is acting up. Well, try that trick, Artie. Pull the power out. Leave it out for about a minute, 30 seconds. The longer, the better. And it will actually stop that memory lock. If it's a memory lock, it may not be. Could be all sorts of things. But at least rather than just reboot, pull that out, because that does happen. We used to do it regularly on our servers and all sorts of things when you start having funny issues. So give that a whirl. And, of course, give your provider a ring, because ultimately, if it is your provider and you didn't have anything, they should give you some money back for because you're paying premium prices for your internet, and if you've been without it, you should get a little bit of a refund. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and we'll have things sorted out for next week. So, yes, anybody who's left, Mal's, Creepy's already gone. Dave, if you're still there. Roy, sorry, if you're still there. Mel's, if you're still there, thank you. I hope you put up with my verbal diarrhea tonight. And it's so much easier when there's more than one person or two people, and having three or four, it makes it so much easier, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, thanks, Mel. I hope you've had some fun, and I'll say goodnight to everybody, and Artie will say goodnight to everybody, and Artie will thank you for joining him on his channel. And it was fun. Yeah, well, it was a lot of fun for a while with all the lockups and everything else. And I will say goodnight to everybody, and thank you for watching, and let's ride these rails.